Hey, welcome back to another episode of Tarot Investigation with your girl Shannel. Today edition would be political edition, okay, with the NAACP. We're going to discuss this travel advisory that they have sent out to all the blacks in the community, all the black people. Be alert, be very afraid, okay? Florida is doing you wrong. Florida is doing you wrong, okay? You have been rejected, okay? Alert has been sent out. So I'm looking deep into that, girl. We're going to dive deep into, not very deep, girl, into a little tiny little rabbit hole, girl. You know, and in the process, we're going to see if we can learn something, share something, girl. What do we know about what the NAACP is plotting out here trying to do? Or is Florida really out here trying to get rid of the people, the melanin people of Florida? Okay, let's dive into this, okay? Now, the thing about this, as you know, there was a travel advisory that was sent out by the NAACP. It's like, who? The NAACP, who? It's like, we know what they were kind of, the gist of who they supposed to be, but it's like, what have y'all done? We're going to get to the bottom of what have they done for us lately, type of thing. And then we're going to pull some cards on this AP African American Studies, like, and we're going to look deeper into that. Like, is this beneficial to the African American people? Or is this something that's going to set you back in life, okay? So, or set your children back, should we say. So, let's kind of jump into it. Now, in January, okay, Desantis, okay, presented something to the Florida Department of Education where he rejected a pilot, a version of the AP studies that we just discussed, okay? And so initially you think, oh my God, Desantis just rejected AP studies, okay, or AKA he just rejected black people, okay? But they sent a letter over to the college board, you know, stating that, you know, that they felt like the AP studies lacked any educational values and that it went against Florida state laws, Florida's laws, period. Okay, and then so, and you were like, oh my God, you just being an uproar just by hearing that initially. And then he went further to state that what he was, the state also objected to required readings from a number of queer and feminist scholars, including these people. Now, you can read their name if you want to, okay? But the AP studies now has taken these people out of the curriculum. They are taking them out at this point. But at first they were trying to sneak these people in. And Desantis said no. He said that why are you putting in these people? Okay. Alright, so they decided to take that off. Now, in addition to objecting to the AP studies, he's also wanted to take out any topics about race such as Black Lives Matters in the AP studies. Desantis challenged its engagements of queer studies as well. Again, you're going to hear a lot about queer studies, how the NAACP is now trying to mix black and queer issues together. It's like, since when? Since who? Because, I mean, when I was growing up, I didn't grow up seeing this, you know, it was to the point that we had to kind of like acknowledge it. No, I didn't see queers. It was a boy, it was a girl, okay? That's what it was. You was a boy, you was a girl, okay? Simply put. Now, it could be some boys that could be probably drawn to the girls a little bit more because he probably had a lot of sisters, okay? That didn't mean nothing about it. He just probably had a lot of sisters, and he was over there with his sisters who happened to be around a lot of girls, okay? But for the most part, most boys geared towards other boys, okay? And girls geared towards the girls. And sometimes we play together, okay? That's just how it goes, boys and girls. But let's go on, girl. But the NAACP said it's a problem. So, but Desantis has challenged the engagement of the queer studies. And he said, who would say that an important part of black history is queer studies or queer theory? Would you guys say that? Would you say that a part of black history is queer theory? Okay, let me know in the comment section, because at one point, let's just say this as an example. At one point, Alicia Keys was saying she was doing tours, okay? And I used to like me some Alicia Keys, but until she made this statement, talking about she was making tours to the kids' schools to talk about how she letting her son paint his nails and do all this type of stuff. I wish a bitch would. I wish she would. Okay, Alicia Keys ain't met angry parent until she met me, girl. Come show up, girl. You ain't never came and showed up and performed nowhere I was. Show up to my kids' school and start talking this crazy stuff and watch what happened, girl. Okay, so that just tell you right there how I feel about it already. So it never has been a part of the theory in my household or in my family or in what I call Black history. Okay. Now, that doesn't mean it does not have to be part of your household. If that's part of your household, then let that be. But what's part of your household, you don't dictate nobody else's household, just like I don't dictate nobody else's household. I'm just dictating mine, okay? Again, I give you the freedom to do what you want to in your household, okay, with your kids, okay? Okay? So, we should all be able to get along in all the same spaces. But, like I said, if your kid come over talking that crazy queer theory at my house, just know your kid won't be allowed back over again. Okay? All right, girl. Let's move on. Now, we got Desantis. On 23rd, he asked the Jacksonville Press, okay, you know, he was just pretty much saying, when you try to use Black history to shoehorn in queer theory, you are clearly trying to use that for political purpose. Would you agree? Okay, I am agreeing with that. I don't like how they're trying to, like he said, shoehorn queer theory in and try to say it's black studies and Black history and trying to get the Black people up in an alarm about this when we didn't even know they was putting this in there, because I'm gonna show you later on the AP studies and they don't put that in there. Okay, so you would think that Desantis is against you, but when in actuality he really trying to protect your kids, just like he protecting his own kids. Okay. From what I see so far, okay, but he sent additional requests for the College Board to respond. So after repeated requests, they never did respond back, okay, to show what's going to be finalized in this AP studies, because he's saying that if he's gonna reject it if you're gonna put this queer theory in and try to say that it's Black history, and he's not gonna go for that, you know. Now, somebody, okay, in a statement, David Johns, an executive director of the National Black Justice Coalition, okay, the Rainbow Coalition, a Black LGBTQ, okay, get ready to see that a lot. Get ready to see that a lot from here on out, okay, and civil rights organization. So he got multi-jobs, girl, because he got multi-jobs. He think he represent everybody, girl, okay. So they say when you're a master of all trades, that means you're a master of none. Okay. So David out here saying he's speaking for all people. He's speaking for all Black people because he's the National Black Justice Coalition, the Black LGBTQ, and he a civil rights organization. Okay. And he said that it's not fair that let's see, he said he don't understand what's the decision to remove the course content related to queer theory, okay, from the AP studies. He feel like that's an insult to the lives experience, the lived experience of millions of Black Americans throughout our countries today. That's what he said. He up there speaking for us, and that don't represent, okay, because he trying to put in the LGBT with them, and not to say that they don't belong, okay, because I shouldn't know what you LGBT in your bedroom. I don't know what you're doing. As far as I'm concerned, you my brother or my sister, okay, so therefore you should be protected. But when you start trying to separate yourself, oh, I'm LGBT and then you're Black, it's like wait, hold up, wait, okay, what's going on? Why are you over here? Okay, you a man, you a woman, right? What you choosing today? Pick one. Okay, you man or woman. Okay, but now it seems like there's a separation right now. So it's like they're separating themselves because, like I said, we don't know what you LGBTQ in your bedroom. It's not none of our business. All right, but anyway. But so we got John out here speaking for us, okay? So there were some changes that was made to the AP African American Studies course, and they said it set a scary precedent, advocates had to say. They said in response to the backlash from Florida government-run Desantis and educational officials, the College Board made subjects like queer studies and the intersectionality options optional but not required. Which means they said it's still on you know, your kid can still choose it, but they don't have to choose it, because at first they were saying they had to choose it. Okay. But that just wasn't enough for old John. John said he mad. John said he's still mad because he said he's an advocate for the blacks and the LGBTQ plus communities, and he's expressing outrage. He said that it should not be optional. He said that it should be required. And he also said that your kids should also be tested on it. He said because it's not required, that means your kid's not going to be tested on it. And he said he upset about that. He said because that diminished the lives of all black people, because your kids are not being tested on queer studies, intersectionality, okay? They said reparation, affirmative action, and Black Lives Matters are optionals. They said they made all of that optional. Okay, how you feel about that? Okay. But, you know, he said it should be required. Remember, he put it all together. Queer studies, okay, Black Lives Matters. He said affirmative action, reparations, intersectionality. Y'all need to Google what that is, okay? They trying to get your kids to be comfortable sitting next to a man with a wig on, okay? That's what I summed it up as, okay? Let's move on. But then the government made comments about the queer studies. He said that this man right here, I think this is John. Okay, he's still outside mess. He's kind of really upset. He angry. He said because this is a tactic used to drive a wedge between black people, who are often assumed to be all cisgender and heterosexual, which has never been the case, and queer people who are assumed to be white, which has also never been the case. He said this is a political tactic designed to play partisan politics and drive wedges between communities that need to work together. Okay, so now he said we got some type of partisan divide here, a wedge between the communities. But it's like it was never no wedge. It was boy and girl, man and woman. You guys started creating the wedges and the divide and the division, okay, to make yourself stand out, just so we can say we accept you when we already been accepting you. Okay, you just want us to accept your mental disorder, and that's what we're not accepting. Okay, but then we got to realize, who are the NAACP? Who are these people, and what have they done for the black people? Okay, this right here is the CEO. They done put a token with his MAC makeup on, got his arm folded, baby, got to put a suit on him, honey, and they said he represent. Okay, they said black Americans will thrive with the NAACP in your communities, honey. They said they giving out $150K to the community, the black businesses, the grants and stuff. They said they giving it out to you. Have y'all received y'all $150K? Because I haven't. Okay, and so where's the $150K in NAACP? They said they also defend the majority of black people in Tennessee and Jackson, Mississippi, from racist policies. How? When I heard that they was over there about to start lynching again. So how y'all helping? Where did y'all help? Okay, where? How? Okay, but they said they will continue to advocate for environmental and climate justice. When? Because every time I look up, they flying and spraying stuff. When are y'all gonna do that? Okay, when you gonna unfold your arm and get to work? I'm just asking. They said they're going to push for united resolutions and continue to strive to close the racial wealth gap once and for all. Well, if y'all ever sent out that $150K, maybe today could be a start. But y'all ain't sent it out to nobody. Nobody ain't seen it. But then they go down to the bottom and start asking for money. How y'all going to ask for money when y'all said y'all got money, y'all giving out money, y'all said y'all awarding people $150K, but yet y'all still need people to go fund you and to donate. Okay, let's move on. Okay, so what they said, they also gave out $16K liters of clean water has been provided to Flint, Michigan, as a result of the NAACP. Okay, I would give them a hand clap. So about 16 more cities and states have been polluted since then, and all y'all got out there was 16K bottles of water that we have now found out that bottled water is unhealthy for you and very cancerous. Okay, but go off. Go off. Okay, other people have been poisoned, but y'all out there just not giving 16K to Flint. Them Flint people went out there and got their own water. But okay, but if you really was doing your job, you could have got out there and make sure you were testing the water systems before the poison even hit. Before you'd be out there having people constantly testing, constantly checking. Okay, but who am I, girl? Who am I? Okay. But then they said, what we're working on. They simply said that on their website. What we're working on. They said the NAACP mourns the passing of football legend, activist, and actor Mr. Jim Brown. Okay, yes, you know Mr. Jim Brown has passed away. Now, if you don't know, Jim Brown has a history of violence against not just anybody, but women in his community. Okay. Abuse against women, and then maybe even women outside of his community. Okay, they didn't discriminate. Multiple arrests. Okay, not just one. Okay, and most of the charges were dropped because, you know, women probably loved him, and because they loved him, even though he didn't love them enough not to abuse them, not to hurt them, allegedly. Okay, but because the charges were dropped and he just slapped on the wrist, he continued to do it. But because he passed away, the NAACP said they're gonna work on making him a star, or making him a I don't know what they about to do with him. I don't know. They about to make a statue. I don't know what they about to do, but they said we working on it. So stay tuned for that, girl. They out here wasting people time. Now, before old dude popped up on the scene, remember Rachel Dolezal? Okay, she was the black woman that's a white woman, but really white woman that claims she was black. Just because she put a Shirley Temple wig on, just like Ice Spice. Okay, she was the first Ice Spice of the world. Okay, but her real name is Keshi Amari Diallo. Girl, if that's her real name. But she's an American former college instructor, an activist. Again, they just give anybody can be an activist. Okay. You want to become and join the NAACP, they're gonna put you as an activist, and you can do anything. Okay. But she's, as you know, she claimed to be a black woman. Well, she really was a white woman. Now, this is who was leading the NAACP at first. Okay. Not only did she claim to be black, but she said she was Native American too. Because she was everybody. She was every woman. It's all in her. Okay. Moving on, girl. Oh, look. The NAACP has also rewarded Gabrielle Union Wade and Dwayne Wade. Okay. She out there eating his grocery. He out there changing his son into a daughter. Okay, give him an award. Give it up for him. Okay, they're the new leaders of the Rainbow Coalition, baby. You're gonna see LGBTQ all throughout their bio. Okay, they're being rewarded for that. They ain't all white. They're angels, baby. They're coming in to rescue your kids, baby. Okay, they come to rescue your kids from your teaching. Okay, they want to teach your kids a new way of doing things, baby. Okay. Honestly, I ain't mad at little Zay Zay for wearing makeup if she's gonna look like her daddy. It's like, if you're gonna look like your daddy, baby, you need some MAC. Okay, so go ahead and put some of that concealer on. Let's move on. Now, let's look at the AP study courses, okay? Now, it kind of breaks it down. I'm kind of breeze through it real fast. The AP studies, now they're not going to, well, I'm going to tell you, they're not going to put anything about this queer studies. They said that's optional. But if you was to look at this, your kid brought this home, you probably wouldn't have a problem with it initially. But it depends on what type of mentality you want your kid to have when they graduate. Do you want him to be a proud man that stands tall? Okay, or you're a proud daughter that stands tall, or do you want them to have broken spirits? Okay, have a lack mentality, feel like they inferior to their counterparts that's in the same class with them, being taught by a teacher that's not of their color but telling them they less than. Okay, do you want to tell them how they could have possibly been kings and queens? Okay, but they weren't strong enough to fight the people who came over on ships to their country, on their native land, on their home court, okay, and was captured. But before they get you started on that, they're going to tell you about the origins of the African diaspora, okay, which I did a deep study into that because I too was looking into that, you know, because just trying to find who you are, where you belong on this earth plane. Okay, what's your purpose and all that. And once you know your purpose, you kind of know where where you came from. And so, just for my research to show me that, honey, they was the one who benefit from the trade. It's just almost like a toxic family away from home. Okay, a toxic family that traded you in, that sold you out, sent you to your enemies, sold you to your enemies. Okay, but they want to teach you about those people. Okay, they want to teach you about those people. Okay, keep you in that type of toxic cycle. Okay, then they want to teach you about your freedom, enslavement, and your resistance. Okay, the little resistance that you put up, but clearly you didn't win because you went into slavery, right? Okay. Then they tell you the practice of freedom, okay, where you're really not free, you're just practicing. Okay. They telling you the lines. Okay, it's like they send up, okay, the new Negro Renaissance, okay, migration and black internationalism, okay, reconstruction and black politics, okay, the NAACP, baby. I'm going to teach you all about that, okay. And then they want to tell you about the long civil rights movements. The long, by the time your child is done with this, your child is living like a slave, baby. Your child have a whole tired, worn down, given up, defeated type of mentality. Okay. And my thing is, are you moving to Florida? Okay. Are you signing up for AP classes? Okay. Do you want Bradley to teach your kids about his history? Okay, to teach your sons and your daughters about their history. Tell them where they came from, how the people that you came from could have possibly sold you out or lied to them. Okay, tell them, no, you fought, but you didn't win, just to come over and just work and be slaves and have the slave mentality in the classroom with inferior students, you know, the colonist students are there, hearing that they are also, okay, better than, okay. So when your kid leave class, your kid is so confused because at home you teaching them about how they're kings and queens and how important they are and how loved they are, just to go to school for Bradley to tell them how they're not. Okay, how people that look like Bradley took you from your country and made you and forced you into something in a foreign country and they never loved you and cared for you, and you still are fighting for your rights to this day. Hence the Black Lives Matter. You can understand why a young black son or a young black daughter can be defeated by the time she get home and you don't even know what happened. Look at him. Do he look like he care and love his job? Girl, if he really black, girl, he probably been painted. He probably black-faced. That's my opinion. Are you moving to Florida so your kids can be safe, or do you feel like you need to run away from Florida? Okay, let's see what this AP studies would do to your kids' mentality. Okay, let's just see what the cards will say. Okay, what is the hopes of this AP studies? Okay, because they telling you, they leading it out that it's African American studies, but you already saw that they want to put in the queer studies and all that. Okay, so it's a certain type of mentality they trying to form for your child. Let's find out what that mentality is. Divine Angel, if you could give me the best card to describe what type of mentality do they want for the children of the United States after they've gone through the AP African American Studies. Okay. Girl, they want your kid to be part of the Rainbow Coalition for sure. Okay, so let's see. But we're gonna give the cards a fair chance. Girl, I don't like what I see. Girl, oh my goodness. Okay, well, we're gonna start off with the card. This is how they came out. Oh, come on into class. Class has begun. Okay, they want you to mix and mingle, intersectionality, honey. Mixing and mingle with all colors of the rainbow, communication. They want you to be friendly with them. And as you should, you know, they're human beings. Be friendly, okay? But they want the mixing and the mingle, the coming together. See how those trees are coming together? Eventually, they're going to start pollinating together and kind of mixing seeds and stuff together, and then the seeds gonna come together to grow a different breed. Okay, they want your kid to have a blank mentality, not think for themselves, not know who they are, be a dark community, especially in with this purple card, which speaks about, you know, your mentality or seeing through your third eye, the ability to be able to see beyond the illusions of what is going on. Okay, they want that to be dark and blocked out. Okay, no thingness. Okay, they want to change the world. Okay, one kid at a time. They changing the yin and the yang, the female and the male. They changing the dynamic of it. Okay, and honey, they mixing it up in the lab, baby. They mixing it like a stir fry. Totality. Okay, they want complete trust. They want you to be able to completely trust, reach out and completely trust, okay, the fellow man. Okay, but they also want to come out with totally kind of change your foundation, because this is a red card which speaks about the foundation of your child. Okay, what you have set, the foundation that you have set, they want the kid to leave your house and trust them in totality. Reach out and touch someone. Okay, ain't no telling what your kid's reaching out and touching. Okay, and then at the end of the day, they want this exhausted. Okay, they want your kid to be exhausted mentally. Again, this is a red card which speaks about foundation, your root chakra, your roots. Okay, your roots, and they want you to be exhausted from it, a slave to it. Okay, a slave is tired. Okay, like a robot, never ending slave mentality. That's what I'm picking up. What you see? You want your kids to feel like that after school? Confused. Okay, and then all the surgeries. This also giving me surgeries. Okay, cause look, it seems like I see needles here, syringes. I see robotic parts. Okay, being screwed on. Okay, screwing on hands, screwing on. You know what they've been screwing on and off over there at the LGB household, the Rainbow Coalition. Okay, so it's just a lot of exhausted, not knowing who you are, just confused energy. And it's like, this is the stuff that you're supposed to be teaching your kids, a foundation. Okay, they're trying to come in and change the foundation, have the kids so confused. Do they trust you? Do they trust the school? Okay, do they trust their friends, their community? And then slowing down, honey. They want your kids slow moving forward, slow moving. Okay, they got that done. They want comparison. Want your kids to be comparing themselves to other people, comparing themselves to their peers, comparing themselves. It's always a comparison thing. Always in your head with the gray card, which speaks about your wisdom and your spirituality. Okay, so being confused in that realm, in the head, mental head area, not being able to not even be able to develop. Okay, because this spiritual area develops in your brain much later in life. But if you don't have the necessary ingredients for it to happen, then it's going to always be a comparison. It's always going to be some type of feeling, some type of lack. And they want control of your babies, baby. They want control. Full control. Again, with this gray card, they want control of the child's mentality. Okay, the way this child develops. Full control. Power control. A power trip. Angry about it. Playfulness. Look what the clown wearing, girl. You gonna hire a clown to come to your house dressed like that? Talk to me, sis. Okay. Red. Now this is a red card, which means the playfulness, the stability in your house. Okay. Gonna make your kid, honey, turn into a wild clown, baby. With the red, it's giving me red anger issues. Okay. And then look how the clown dancing and moving, very confused, very Rainbow Coalition. Look at the shirt, clear. Okay, I guess it's Pride Week. And girl, let me know. Okay, next we got compromise. Compromise where they came from, compromise where they've been, compromise where they're going. It's an ancestral compromise too. Okay, just like the comparison here. Then we got intensity. Okay, impulsive, almost giving me ADHD. Fast, moving fast. With this red card, foundation. But then with this foundation card, if it's not regulated, girl, you're going to get angry. Because when your foundation is not right, you're wobbly, you're stable. Okay, you're not seeing things straight, which means you're not saying things that are straight. There's some intensity. And then a lot of burdens, baby. They're going to ride your kids back till they can't ride it no more, baby. They're going to ride it at school. The baby already exhausted by the time he leave class after all the AP studies. Okay. Then just to go to work to be told by a boss that look just like Bradley. Okay. Riding them back, honey. Telling them when to clock in, clock out, baby. Just like old duck. I mean, just like old rooster. Okay. Waking up the community, baby. So we got the burden here. A lot of burdens here on your kids with the AP studies. And at the end of the day, just can't help it. Just can create schizophrenia. See, again, this mental energy that they want for your kid, and they call it learning who they are. Okay, and you wonder why your kids crazy. You think it's rap music. You think it's the iPhone. But it's also the school. It's a whole system. Okay. And then we got adventure. Look at that ABC community all around your baby. Your precious baby. The imaginations, the inclusion. Come on in. Come on into class, little Jimmy or little Jessica. You don't know what Jimmy and Jessica got on right now. Is it a dress? Is it a onesie? What is it? She's so hypnotized she don't know she coming or going. But the baby all out there by herself. And it's just like, you can just try it. It's optional. It's optional, little Jenny or Jimmy. Come in. Very Rainbow Coalition, girl. Again, full-blown Rainbow Coalition at this point. They want to guide your kids all the way in a spiritual level with this AP studies. Guidance. Okay? Again, all these rainbow colors, and then it's like rainbow, anger. Okay? With nothingness, schizophrenia, mental disorder. Okay? Exhaustion, tired. It's just a mentality they're trying to create of confusion. Okay? The matrix. Okay? At the center of it all, they're trying to change the matrix. Okay? They want to make it all Rainbow Coalition. And they starting off with the black people first, girl. And they want us to get in an uproar and follow them and trust them and mix, and then we mixing and mingle with them. But we don't even know what we mixing and mingle with. We thinking okay, you want your kids to learn about who they are, but who's the best teacher to teach your kid who they are? That would be you, girl, and only you. Okay, you know who your family is. You know who have the school ever met your grandparents, your great grandparents? Do they know your birth chart? Have they ever? Do they know where you're from? They don't know none of that. All they know is your address, your phone number, your email, and they are seeing you every once in a while, and they just labeled you as this. Okay. Some of us don't even truly know who we are. Okay. And if you want to start with this as an open mind, that's one thing. But once you go through it, you'll see that you're going to end up getting a certain type of mentality from it. Okay. It's almost like a stuck energy that you'll create for yourself. Okay. Because it's hard for some people to come from that type of energy. Okay. And then they got to adapt to this world. Okay. And trust this world. Okay, but then it's like it's so much coming at them so fast. Okay, even from being a child. Okay, with all type of mixed type of guidance, control. Okay, with the internet trying to compare themselves, and at the same time, the kids with this high speed internet is slowing the kids down. Okay, they so confused. They don't know what colors to wear. They just thinking they expressing themselves. Okay, when at the end of the day they mix and mingle with people that they should not be mixing and mingling with, and they're compromising their integrity. Okay, they compromising what they've been taught, what they've been told, what they see at home. Okay, just to fit in. So that's going to be the reading for the NAACP advisory. Girl, have you ever been to Florida before? Okay, did you feel safe? Okay. Did you? Because I've been several times and I felt safer than I ever felt in any town or any place I ever lived. Okay? I have. But then again, you know, I probably spent, you know, some weeks in Florida. I ain't spent like a lifetime. But, you know, I think you should go where you feel safe, okay? Where you feel safe and not where somebody tells you. I'm like, oh my God. They're trying to put some type of scare into you, okay? And I don't like that. Now, you need to be, use your instincts. What are your instincts telling you? If your instincts telling you do more research, do more research. If your instincts telling you not to go, don't go. Okay, if your instinct's telling you that I always felt safe here, I feel like these people are lying, listen to that too. Okay, so just listen to what's within you, and don't compromise your integrity for nobody. Okay, and don't let nobody else come in and compromise what you teaching your kids and trying to. Because think about it, we all trying to learn who we truly are because they tried to hide it from us, and now they're trying to mix it up and mix it mingle. No, I don't accept it. Okay, but then again, you can do what you want to do. So that's going to conclude the reading for the NAACP travel advisory. I hope it helped you guys. Okay, to at least think. Okay, what are you going to do for your family? What's best for your family? Okay, because I know what's best for mine, girl. Talk to you later. Bye.